Hi demonstration teachers. The purpose of this video is to help you feel even more prepared to continue your work as a demonstration teacher throughout this upcoming school year. Whether you are the type of demonstration educator that hosts a lot of visits from either inside your building or outside, or if you rarely have visitors and mainly use the skills in support of your own students and your own well-being, this recertification process will help you feel even more confident and secure in your ability to manage and engage students and provide some high quality instruction throughout the school year. When you went through the process, it was an individualized set of professional development goals that had some commonalities across all demonstration teachers and some things that were tailored just for you to help you refine your craft. The recertification process is similar to that. There are some things that every demonstration teacher everywhere will do in the recertification process, and there will be some things that will be individualized. Attached to this page on the website are 3 documents that you might find helpful. One document is the actual recertification record. It has 2 pages that have red and green on the top, and then it has a certification record that looks very similar to the whole group certification on the top. Then there is a set of specialty skills. They are the most updated version, so that you could look through those to get a refresher if you'd like, or to use it to learn some new skills. And the third thing is a visual of the recertification process itself. If you haven't downloaded those or opened them up and you would like to use them to follow along, now would be a good time to do that. So the first thing that will happen is you'll work, as you already are, on implementing in your classroom and getting some feedback from a coach, whether it's an outside coach, an internal resident coach, or a colleague across the hall that you've asked to come and look at some specific skills. When you feel like you're ready, then you'll sign up for your certification. On the day of the observation, your evaluator will meet briefly with you. If it is a time where it's on a live visit, that meeting might happen just very briefly right before you teach. If it's on a day where you have signed up on a regular coaching day to have some feedback and go through your recertification process, then what will happen is you'll be able to meet with that evaluator probably early in the morning before school actually starts. What will happen in that very brief meeting, just a few minutes, is you will get one of those sheets on the demonstration record that looks like this. On the top, it has all of the foundational skills, plus a spot for some specialty skills. The part you'll use at that morning meeting is the bottom, and that is a list of all the specialty skills that can be a menu for your on-demand. So for recertification as a demonstration teacher, one of the things that you'll do is do all of your foundational skills. The second component will be either doing a skill on demand or getting assigned a least recommended. For most of you, that is exactly the same process you went through last year when you were recertified as a demonstration teacher. If you are new to the demonstration recertification because you just became a demonstration educator last year, or if you are in some of the schools in Region 5 or some of the schools that are supported by Nancy, this might be new for you as well. For most of you, though, it's going to be the exact same process as last year. So what you'll do in that morning meeting with your evaluator, and if there are multiple people being recertified as a demo that day, you could have the meeting all at the same time, just a little 3 to 5 minute meeting. And what you'll do is look at that list of specialty skills. You'll think, which one of these do I know really well? And you're going to circle and highlight those. That will give a menu of options to the evaluator if the evaluator doesn't know you as well or remember what skills you know how to do. Also, it gives you some parameters in terms of what you can expect and some autonomy in terms of which ones you would like to actually showcase. So then you'll go back to your room. At the time of the observation, then what will happen is you will get that assignment back. And on this sheet, it will have listed whether you're going to do a least recommended and if you're going to recover, or if you're going to get some skills on demand assigned from that list of specialty skills. If you are assigned a skill on demand, you will not be assigned a skill that you did not highlight saying that you know how to do it. Well, they will all come from that menu. You'll be able to take this paper with you right up to where you teach and use it as a reference, or you could write on a post-it note, whatever you need to help you be solidified. Then what will happen is during the observation time frame, you'll teach. You'll get the students' attention. You'll teach them something and engage with them in terms of curriculum. You'll set them up for success for independent work and then support that success, whether it's students working cooperatively and collaboratively, or if it's students working solo in isolation. The visitors there will be with you as well. And if they have specific things they would like to learn about, those might be where the skills on demand might come from, which is why there might be a range from 1 to 3. There will never be more than 3 skills on demand that are given at one time, just like when you went through the demonstration certification process. 3 was the max at that time as well. As you finish up the lesson, then you'll come back and have a chance to meet with your evaluator again to get some coaching and any other questions answered that you have in terms of your new class that you have this year. Maybe some clarification on some new specialty skills that you might want to learn about as you look through that packet, any other questions that you might have. As you're looking through the specialty skills packet, the packet will be set up on the first page with a list of table of contents and then the page number that they're listed on. There may be some that you look through and say, I don't recognize the name of that. This year, to make things even more clear for people, strategies that had more than one version. For example, yellow light is a strategy that had more than one version. In the Envoy book, yellow light is listed as a time when the class is about to change to a new activity and the teacher walks through the classroom, being just enough to get noticed but not enough to pull the students off of their work and demand attention from the teacher. They slowly drag out their voice and they give an indicator of how much longer students have to work on a task. For example, 1 more minute. That's one version of yellow light that's listed in the Envoy book. Another skill that up until this year had the name yellow light input is not in the Envoy book, but it is an indicator of when teachers are taking input from students. Maybe you're in a brainstorming session or you want to take some examples, letting the students know when you've determined how many more you're going to take. So let's say you're at the point where you're going to take 3 more. In addition to letting the students know you're going to take 3 more, you hold up your fingers, and each time a student volunteers an answer, you would drop 1 finger down, keeping this up so that students know, oh, we have 2 more left, 1 more left. And when the last one is called on, dropping down, then the students know that is over. That was formerly called yellow light input. So now this year, the skills might have a new name if they were a different version of something that was in the Envoy book that is not printed in the Envoy book to help be even more clear for teachers. So if you look through and you see a skill that looks familiar or looks unfamiliar, you can go ahead and look it up in the book. So we'll use input indicator, which is found on page 21. So you go to page 21. And you'll see at the top, it will say input indicator, but it will also say formerly yellow light. So for a while, if the skill had a different name that was a different version of something, both names will be listed on the top. Having the new name will really help to be clear to teachers and just really everybody who's trying to learn a new skill, and so they know what they can find in the Envoy book and what is a skill that is not actually Envoy that comes outside of the Envoy book. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to email or call your professional coach from either Jackie or Nancy's team, or reach out to any one of us via email. We also hope you have a little fun perusing the new website. There are some information on continuing ed classes that people have asked about, and we'll be adding some things ongoing throughout this school year. So Nancy and I no longer have separate websites. We have joined everything together so you can find all the information from both teams at the same place. Thank you so much for all of your work that you do to be a catalyst for creating strong school cultures and fostering positive relationships in your classrooms and helping to spread that good work really throughout the state of Minnesota, and for many of you who have hosted visitors from around the country. Thank you very much and have a great school year.